So today I'm off to Hyde Park, and basically put, there's going to be a massive gathering of people. I'm not interested in going out and doing things like this, but I'm more interested in the psychological understandings of why people would do something, especially during this typical time with COVID-19. Now I know it sounds stupid, but I have asthma. So to make it fair on everyone else who might be there, I've decided not to wear a mask. Now, with the people in years to come will go, Mark, you're an idiot, it's up to you. But you can't conduct research if you don't research the way that everyone else does. I'm more interested in the psychological phenomenon of lockdown and the effects this must have on individuals' lives, individual people not being able to see anyone, basically not being able to do anything really except sit indoors and watch four walls. Now, since the message has changed, stay alert, and people are saying, well, that's absolutely ridiculous. To me it is. That's why I've decided to come out today and do my own research. This is going to formulate part of a research paper I'm putting together myself about the psychological effects of being locked down, not being able to turn around and speak to your family, not being able to see your friends, not being able to gather anywhere. Basically, you are behind four walls. Recently I read a paper on the psychological effects of this lockdown with children, but I'm more interested in to find out what these adults are all going to gather together today at Hyde Park, what their viewpoint is on this current situation. Why are they willing to risk everything, including their lives, to avoid being locked down any longer than necessary? So as we go through the day, I shall be taking some photos, hopefully meeting loads of people, but also I want to find out whether the images you see on the media are telling you the truth about how many people are getting on trains, buses, tubes, and has that been blown out of proportion just to try and re-lock everyone down again. So if you don't see me after today, that means I've been arrested. That doesn't make any difference to me. It might do to you, but I have a feeling if there's that many people going to be there, they can't arrest everyone. So I have a contingency plan. I'm going to work with it and we'll go from there. Speak to you later. Bye for now.
the gap between the train and the platform.
This station is Dartford. Greenwich, Thetford, London Bridge, London Blackfriars, City Thameslink, Farringdon, London St Pancras International and Kentish Tower.
Here we have Green Park Station. I've just spoken to a person today who turned around and said to me it's been like this for the last 2 months. I said, well, what about all the pictures on the station, you know, just people on the stations and things like that? He said, no, they are not from then, they are from 2 months ago. So, there you have it. I sat on the tube just now. It was me and 2 other people. That was it. This is ridiculous. If people think that other people are not afraid of this virus, they seriously need to get out more and do their own research, because this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm walking along here now, and basically put, all I've seen is me and one other person. Now let's go to Hyde Park, where I've heard they are giving tickets to people for mass gatherings. So let's see, let's go and have a look. I'm on my own, I'm going to stay away from everyone. If they say anything, I shall just say, well, I'm doing a research paper. Okay? Speak to you later. Bye for now. Deserted. There we go. Proof. Yesterday, the man said to me they didn't even charge anyone any fares to get on the tube. It was all free. Hyde Park Corner. Look. No one. Here you go. 12 o'clock. No one. Yeah. Proof that what you're being told is a bunch of lies. although there's a lot of people here, there is no mass gathering. So, here we go. All the way around. Everyone's keeping their distance. There's no mass gathering. It's gone 12 and I've been waiting. And basically put what we have is nothing. So I'm telling you now, this is all a hoax. Yeah? People think that others are not afraid of this disease or this pandemic or whatever, yet the proof is there. Yeah, this is the psychological warfare that you are going through right at this moment in time. It's supposed to be mass of people here today, yeah, protesting against the lockdown, but there is no one. It's just normal people going about their normal duty. The police presence is absolutely incredible. And what's more, Hyde Park Corner tube station has been shut today, just for today, because of a mass gathering. There you go. Now you can see it for yourself. There is actually more police here than there is people. It's incredible. They're all the way around the perimeter. I don't know whether you can see the police vans there. Yeah. People are genuinely scared of this virus, and yet people seem to believe what's put out by the media. One other thing, there's been running special services on the tube, so that means half, if not 3/4 of the actual amount of trains that you usually see on a normal day have been reduced. They've been reduced for one reason and one reason only, and that's to stop people going into the tube stations. So if you see mass people on tube stations, the likelihood is that those people were there 2 months ago. Not this week, not last week, 2 months ago. If you're a key worker and you have to use public transport, then obviously you've got no choice but to go and take the tube. But with a reduced service, these key workers may be putting themselves in some serious danger, and yet people don't realise that. People think they're actually, basically, I don't know, flaunting the rules. They're not flaunting the rules. They're trying to do work, but they can only do work to a certain degree. People's autonomy has been taken away. Yeah? People are scared to go out. Literally scared to go out because of this pandemic. And yet only 1%, less than 1%, shall I say, have died of COVID-19 this year. The rest of the deaths are attributed to other things. And yet everyone believes what the media puts out. There you go. There it is. What do you reckon? Hey? It's supposed to be a mass gathering, yeah. I've seen 8 people. 8 together. That's it. 8 people. I could say, a million and one things about this, but I'm telling you now, if you believe the hype that all these people are just going to come out from nowhere and put themselves at risk of catching something, yeah, that was man-made, by the way, then you are delusional. Yeah, you can carry on clapping all you like, but at the end of the day, all we've got is people going about their business, doing their daily exercise, which can now be 4 hours. It's incredible. I cannot believe that people believe this rubbish that's going around about packed trains and everything else. I've been on 2 tube trains and there's no one on them. No one wants to go on them because they don't want to be sandwiched together. So if you believe what you want to believe, I'm telling you the facts. The facts are here for you to see. People are generally afraid of being near anyone. They look at you with suspicion. They are suspicious of everything you say and do. And they really are seriously worried about loved ones, friends, family members. And if you think they're not, here's a look. Look at it. This is what you've got. No mass gathering at Hyde Park Corner. And this is Hyde Park Corner. Yeah. I shall walk down to the corner so you can see it. And see that it's Hyde Park Corner. It actually is Hyde Park Corner. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now you know, I'm not lying. I am here at Hyde Park Corner. People are distancing themselves. Completely distancing themselves. There we go, look. Now you can see. This is Hyde Park Corner. Yeah. People should stop fabricating lies. Yeah, they should stop fabricating. You know, this is what Hyde Park Corner's for. Recreation. But you're not allowed to have any mass gatherings. Look, the only people around here not social distancing are the pigeons. But that's understandable, I suppose. Okay, so I came here to try and sort this out, show everyone, hey look, here we go. Yeah. I'm now going to walk, or hobble, down to the other end of Hyde Park and show you that there's no one there either. Over in the distance there is where you usually find large gatherings at Hyde Park. I know that because I've been to concerts here. Yeah. But just to prove to you, there's no massive gatherings of anyone, of any sort. Some people may have wanted to do this, but they're afraid. They're afraid to be anywhere near anyone who has this virus. Yeah. You know, joggers, runners, all social distancing. All of them. Right. Now we'll go over here. avoid the joggers. Avoid the joggers. There you go. There's the garden. No one's in the garden. And this is where they usually do their gathering. I actually watch Black Sabbath here. And a few other bands, of course. But if you were to gather anywhere on Hyde Park Corner, it would be here, in this distance here. Yeah, this is where all the concerts are held every year, British summertime, which is cancelled this year, oddly enough, due to COVID-19. They've cordoned it off, so you can't get in there. So even if you wanted to gather, you couldn't. I'll show you. Trust me, folks. There we go. See? This is where you would mass gather. Yeah? And look, no one. There is no one. There's nothing around it. There's no one parked up beside it. Here you go. Show you. Okay. This is where they usually hold concerts at Hyde Park. It's big. It's large. It's massive. But there's no one here. There's no large gatherings or anything. Anywhere in the park. Yeah? See, so I don't lie. I'm telling the truth. And I doubted it from day one. Yeah? Look. Where? Is there a mass gathering of more than 40 people? There isn't. Now you know people are really, really afraid. Okay, so Project Fair didn't work. Obviously no one came. What can we learn from this? That's the main thing. I suppose the one thing you really can learn from the whole situation at the moment with COVID-19 and that is people are seriously afraid. I've spoken to policemen, tube drivers, tube staff, train staff, bus drivers, and even they are afraid to be doing what they're doing at the moment. So, above all else, I would suggest that when people say people are doing silly things and what have you, they're not. They're following the guidelines. 100%. So, silly pictures during the day where, you know, there's a lot of people going to work. Say you work 9 to 5, so you've got to be there before 9. Then you've got to be a load of you. I mean, I do have photos from today. The service is cut. All the services are cut. There's special services on the actual tubes. There has been since lockdown. That means four tube trains an hour, or 4 tube trains every so many minutes have been cut out. You have to wait 15 minutes for a tube. So if you've got all those people that need to get a tube to go to work, what are they going to do? They're all going to gather together. They can only get there at one time. So that's why these pictures of these people getting on these trains and everything else looks like there's thousands and thousands of people going out, when in actual fact there's not. After 9 o'clock, most of the actual tube trains, buses are empty. Before then, you're going to be loads and loads of people go. These are all key workers. They've been told they can go back to work. A lot of them are contractors. Now, these contractors earn their own money. They don't get paid off the state or anything else. So if they don't get any money, they don't eat. Simple as that. But the genuine overall feeling I got when I spoke to people is that people are really, really afraid of COVID-19. So if people think for 1 minute that people are breaking rules and regulations, they should seriously take the finger out of their backside and actually go out and have a look yourselves. Because that's what I've done today. I did it deliberately. Now, there were supposed to be thousands of people turn up at Hyde Park. Never happened. I reckon the underlying reason is most of them were afraid themselves. It's alright trying to stamp your approval on things and that, yeah, because as far as I'm concerned, basically, we've all been in lockdown for so long, everyone's bored with it. Should it be eased? I don't know. It depends on what the actual outcome of this second wave, as they call it, is. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's killed less than 1% of the population in the world so far this year. More people have died of other diseases, other conditions. So, you know, when you take that into consideration, you have to think about those families as well. Yeah? That's 20 odd million people with only 303,000 deaths to COVID-19. We've blown everything out of proportion and forgot about the rest of the world who are grieving for those 20 odd million people. Some of them might have been whole families wiped out in floods or things like that. People don't think about those things. So the next time you go out and you take a look around you, appreciate your life, because if you don't, one day it may come back to haunt you.